watching more of that.
It's horrible to watch, but it's worse for them, isn't it?
Yeah.
I hate watching it. Nobody likes watching this, but we force ourselves because we need to acknowledge it before we can do something about it. What we're trying to do today is trying to show people what's happening to animals in the UK. All the footage you're seeing is UK, it's quite recent. A lot of people aren't aware as to how much suffering is going on to animals. So we just want to show people so they can make an informed decision if they want to support it. I mean, what
made any impact in the last few months?
Oh, definitely. There's someone here today who I spoke to a couple of months ago, and now he's here vegan. He's an activist. He was a meat eater.
So when people, vegan as well?
We're all vegan here, yeah.
I mean, I'm surprised that kind of activity is still going on.
Exactly, yeah. And the thing is, that's why we're here, is that most people aren't aware that this is happening. And if we don't know that this is happening, we're purchasing the products, we're not really making an informed choice, are we?
No.
Because the thing is, this works on supply and demand.
Yeah.
So whenever we buy a product, we're voting with our money they want more, and they produce more for that reason. So if we buy meat, for example, we're supporting that industry. And what do you think of it? What's your opinion?
Your face tells every picture. Everything in your face has said, no, this is wrong.
The thing is, this works on supply and demand. So whenever we buy one of these products, we're essentially voting with our money. We want more of it. So as horrible as this is something we have the power to change because they're only there because we're buying these eggs. If we abstain from these products, we can make a difference into how many animals they breed into this life. I mean, do you guys think we need to eat animal products to survive or be healthy?
No, not necessarily. That's a while ago. No, I felt like I needed to. I don't contradict in my own beliefs in a way, as I feel like I should be vegetarian, but you know, you brought up on this, and that's the problem.
It's a habit. We're never given a choice, so we're just given the food. And I was exactly the same as you. I was supporting this industry for most of my life. It wasn't because I agreed with this, it's because I never thought about it, and it was contradicting my own values and morals. So did I, though. So did I. So I'm not stopping eating this because I don't like the taste of it. Yeah, but you'd still say you're against animal cruelty, would you? Yeah. So what's the definition of that to you?
This week, try and word it so much.
What do you think?
I will still eat meat for the rest until I live. Like, it's never going to.
Do you think an act can get more moral if we get pleasure from it?
Well, from the people at home, get pleasure.
Well, if we eat meat for pleasure, does that make it more acceptable to do it if we get pleasure from it? But even if it wasn't this bad, even if the conditions weren't as horrific as they are, let's say imagine an animal that's really happy, had a great life. Do you think it would be morally acceptable to kill them if they're happy first?
Well, I mean, I think it's a more complex question than the one you're posing, but I do believe in regulation of the industry, and I do believe in inspection and standards, and it doesn't appear that that's being enforced.
The standard practices are actually legal. So, for example, in the egg industry, they grind up male chicks while they're fully conscious. The dairy industry, they separate the babies from the mothers because the calf will want to drink the mother's milk.
Yeah.
If these were dogs here, people would be going crazy.
But I think that's what kicked it off with me to start off with. I see a poster which was had animals in a line, chicken one end and a horse and a dog the other. It just said, where do you draw the line? And it's so true.
So arbitrary, isn't it?
It's just they're all the same. You would to one, you wouldn't to another.
Yeah.
And you don't realise the shit that's happening.
Of course, people don't know about this. You know, in the egg industry, they grind up male chicks while they're fully conscious. This is legal. The way we treat animals is worse than our worst nightmare. And for what reason? Is taste a good enough reason?
Let's put it this way, if, as you say, it's a supply and demand issue, I don't think people would keep cows or chickens or, any other animals. I mean, horses are a good example. They would become extinct. I don't believe, this idea. I don't think it's been fully thought through, because there's no reason to keep these animals if they don't have a purpose, because they're very expensive,
Yeah, so I mean, we're breeding billions of them for the purpose of our consumption. So pigs, for example, are killed at 6 months of age. We're breeding billions of them. Do you think they'd be better off extinct?
I think that's probably what the alternative is.
I mean, we have animal sanctuaries, don't we?
Yeah. People aren't going to want to see cows and chickens and, pigs.
Yeah, but do you think just because we're breeding them into existence, that gives us the right to do what we want to them? I mean, bringing life into the world isn't necessarily a moral thing to do.
No.
Otherwise, we wouldn't be using contraception. You know what I mean? So,
yeah, fair enough.
breeding billions of them isn't a moral thing to do.
No, I accept that.
Yeah. I mean, do you think there's any difference in their capacity to feel pain or suffer between, say, a pig and a dog? So if we don't need to do this to survive, we don't need to do it to be healthy, what are we putting them through this for? Yeah, yeah. And do you think that's a good enough reason?
It's a war that will be won, but I can't see it. So, you know what I mean? It's society, people's mindset is down one part. It will be changed.
Yeah,
it will change with guys like you and people waking up.
Yeah.
It will change.
Yeah, veganism's increased by 360% in the last 10 years.
Yeah.
And there's millions of us around the world now, so we are directly affecting that supply and demand.
Yeah.
I do think meat has its place in the human diet, but in very, very limited quantities and under strictly controlled conditions.
So what do you think would happen, let's say, if you stopped eating meat completely? Do you think you'd still be happy and healthy?
I think I'd have to monitor my diet really carefully and ensure that, because the evidence is that there are lipids in various products that we get from an animal diet that are hard to replicate.
So I mean, we're all vegan here, so we don't eat any animal products.
Right.
So in the literature, vegans do have lower rates of heart disease, lower rates of obesity, lower rates of type 2 diabetes, and certain cancers. So the American Dietetic Association released a peer-reviewed statement saying that it's healthy for all stages of the life cycle. So what would stop you from saying, I'm not going to support this industry anymore and going towards veganism?
I've been thinking for more vegetarian, to be honest with you. That's what because that's the first.
I used to be vegetarian as well. I didn't know about the dairy and egg industry.
Yeah.
The problem is, all the animals in the dairy and egg industry, they all get killed for me. They all get sold to slaughterhouse. So I mean, it would still be inconsistent with yourself, with your own values. But if you need to go vegetarian first to get to veganism, then you can do what you need to do.
I think it's that step, isn't it? But at the same time, it's been on my mind quite a lot.
Yeah.
I don't watch it more.
It's horrible to watch, but it's worse for them, isn't it?
Yeah.
I hate watching it. Nobody likes watching this, but we force ourselves because we need to acknowledge it before we can do something about it. So would you guys say that being vegan would be more in line with your own morals?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. I'll leave you guys with a card.
Yeah, sweet.
Some really interesting stuff here. There's a speech called The Best Speech You'll Ever Hear. Really powerful. I watched that like a year and a half ago and it opened my eyes up to all of this.
Yeah.
And now I see it the way it is, what we're doing to them. But thanks so much for stopping anyway. My name's Jack.
Thank
Thank you very much. Nice to meet you. Have a good day.
I don't think it necessarily follows that no one should ever eat meat or any animal product, but yes, this suffering is completely unnecessary, and I certainly don't subscribe to it.
I mean, if I had an animal in front of me here, let's say I had a dog, and I was going to kill that dog for food, even though I don't need to, would you try and stop me?
Well, it depends on the. I'm not an absolutist, I'm afraid.
Well, you are.
And you are.
You're an absolutist against other things like murder, right? The murder of humans.
No, I'm not, and I'm a Catholic actually, and I'm still not an absolutist. But,
so what would be the argument then that this is okay?
Well,
in some degree.
The argument for me clearly is to take a look at my meat consumption and the practices and really give some thought.
But I guess with any other sort of...
It is. I can't stand...
you disagree with this?
Yeah, I can't stand unnecessary suffering. It's just,
right.
And particularly in this country, I'm very surprised. I mean, the US would be different, but I did think England in particular...
There's a sort of a misconception.
Nation of animal lovers.
Yeah. Do you think you can love animals and eat them?
I do. I accept that's not your point of view, but yeah.
I guess.
I think you can, and I look at the way we treat each other as human beings. That humans are my first priority. I'm afraid.
Yeah, and humans could remain your first priority, but you just don't harm animals. So, for example, if you were giving lots of your time to helping other humans, you could do exactly the same thing and just choose a different option from the supermarket. That's all it is, just picking up a different product. It's just all veganism is non-participation. You're not harming animals, that's all it is. So you can give all the time you do normally to helping humans and just live a life where you're leaving animals alone. Like, would you say that would be more in line with your own morals?
Well, I mean, I suppose the first rule of any life should be do no harm.
Exactly, yeah.
I'm going to think hard about what you said today. You think about all aspects of it, because think about the farmers, who have been doing this for hundreds of years.
Yeah, and I guess the farmers
and
could...
what they're supposed to do. I mean, open animal sanctuaries.
I mean, the farmers are only meeting a demand. So the farmers, we should care after farmers. The farmers could make another product. They could make plants, they could grow plants.
I think you're seeing a lot of that, actually.
Yeah.
That's what gives me hope, because a lot of them are sort of going into manufacturing a little bit,
But would you agree that the fact that people make money from harming others, that doesn't make it moral to harm others?
No.
Because I guess in other industries that have been horrific in the past, slave industry, they had people making money off it. People had jobs.
Yeah.
I wouldn't make it moral, would it?
No, it doesn't. No. So I am going to think about what you're
Okay,
saying.
I'll give you a little card.
Okay.
Thank you for stopping. There's lots of really interesting information here. There's one called This Speech is Your Wake-Up Call. If you watch one thing, I'd really recommend that.
Oh, brilliant.
But thank you very much for stopping anyway. My name's Jack.
Oh, I'm Dorothy.
Have a good day.
Thank
you.
Bye-bye.